what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about sex and purity. In relationships and marriage.
Let me tell you something. God created all these things, and the word says that He created everything for us to enjoy, but it has to be enjoyed in the right context. So today we have an amazing couple that are here, and you guys are not ready. You guys are not ready because the energy they come with, top notch, my guys, top notch. So now I'd like to introduce you to this amazing couple. First of all, guys, you will tell me who's the extrovert and you'll tell me who's the introvert.
I think we are going to, can we break it down on the things that we should expect?
Exactly, because at least they need to know.
Yeah. Because there are so many common questions that it's normally asked.
About
But
today we are going to be loud about it. We're going to be loud about it.
Because it's being whispered in the corridors.
Okay.
Yeah. Today we are here and we are not going to just whisper about it because at least we have some people.
Yes.
Invited them in our bedroom.
Do you know their pros?
Then I know.
Okay, we will know, guys.
Wow.
We will know, guys.
What area?
In answering questions.
In answering questions.
Karibuni sana, guys. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. We've always loved you guys. Honestly, we had to tell you this on the screen, guys, so that you guys can know that we really admire you too. We admire your relationship. We admire seeing you guys together. And today we just want to understand how you guys have been through your relationship. We want to start by you guys telling us who you are and letting us know about your love journey. Yes.
So I'll start my priest to begin.
I was about to say ladies first, but tutashinda hapo. Atasema ladies first, men before.
Can I give you a cue? How about we do this?
Introduce her.
Even before you tell us about yourself, because I think this one is going to, it's going to lead you there. Yeah. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
And you're going to answer it simultaneously.
Both at the same time.
Perfect.
Oh.
Interesting.
Loud enough so that we know.
Loud enough.
Yes.
For instance, just an example. What's the weather outside?
Super hot.
Very hot.
Now you see.
Now we want it to be in sync.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You say it at the same
At the same
Same
time.
time.
At the same time. All right?
Sawa.
Yeah. You ready?
Ready.
Drum rolls.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
When was your first kiss?
Wow.
Same time.
Kai, babe. It was officially.
We have an official.
I was about to ask that.
Yeah. Officially. You get what I mean? Official.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
Not on your wedding day.
Please.
Okay, that one consider it as a official.
Yeah. But when was your first kiss?
When was your first kiss?
I remember
Don't you also be saying the same ones?
babe, I know we went.
No. Don't already say it high school.
Oh, I see.
No.
Yeah.
No, not high school.
Well, I think you just asked first kiss.
First kiss.
Is it the two of us? Am I just first kiss?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Okay, fine. Wow. Okay, both of you. Okay, that's for the two of you for now. For the two of you.
For both of you.
For the two of you.
Yo.
My first kiss kabisa as Twiri.
Okay, do you really think about it? Don, is it still high school?
No.
Okay.
No.
So can we ask a question one more time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, go.
Okay. When was your first kiss?
High school.
High school.
Why does it feel like rigging, guys?
No, for you, high school.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, so they're hearing Don Gatwiri, so maybe you guys can introduce yourself.
Introduce her.
As you hear, my name is Don, not government though. I'm Peterson Karano. Don it's a name I just picked.
Oh.
Yes. I'm an avid reader. So there's a book I read, The Godfather. I'm sure maybe you've watched the movie. So I got inspired because, you know, the Don in the Italian culture means, you know, head of the family and somebody respected.
Wow.
Okay. So I just picked it up, and guys picked it up along the way. Nowadays, even my family call me Don. Yes. So kidogo sijui niende kwa serikali nibadilishe niseme I'm officially Don. Anyway, never know.
Wow,
so,
that's interesting.
I'm a believer. I'm a husband. Among many other things. Yes.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Actually didn't know that about Don name.
Yeah, that's where it came from, yeah. My name, government names, Alice Nanette Gatwiri Karano. Karano is Mr. Karano here. I am crazy about Jesus. I love God as my personal savior. I'm very unashamed about it. I am a wife. I am a business person. Together we run a cookie business with my husband, which we started by faith last year, October 14th. Through the obedience of God. It has never been me, I won't lie. And we are happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And you guys are a fun couple, honestly. We love seeing your videos. You're so funny. So funny. So funny. And also I love like how you talk authentic conversations and things that people are very scared to talk about. So that for us is something that we are very appreciative of.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you so much. Can we just appreciate that today we have cookies by you? Yummy. Like guys, you have several and they're so amazing. We'll be trying them, all of them, and we'll have to give reviews. But where can we find you for the cookies?
You can check we are on Instagram, Yummy Cookies KE. So we have different flavors. So it's for you to choose what you want. Yeah, so we have different varieties of cookies. We have chocolate chips, we have double and dark, white and dark, and we have oats for the healthy people, and we have white for those who love sugar. Yeah, so this was out of obedience. I won't lie. It was.
And we can make them in your style if you love crunchy, if you love gooey, you can make it in your style.
Soft, we can do it for you. It's what you really want. We'll do it according to your preference. Wow. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love the way you people are, are giving us the feel, as I'm just trying to go through your words.
Yeah.
And what I've loved about what you've talked about is the titles.
Yeah.
Yes, the title that I am husband, I am a wife.
Yeah.
And most of the times people try not to talk much about that. Yeah, I don't know why, but I always find it like it is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
And why are you putting it out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not a secret. He's not a secret. He's my husband. We chose each other. So he's not a mystery, you get, because sadly where we live now, it's very easy to say, yeah, I have a husband, but behind closed doors, you're not who you claim you are. So to me, he's not a secret. So that's why people have to know. And that's why, yes, I may have the rings, but I'm not afraid to say he's my husband. Because I chose him and we chose each other, right? So why would you be scared to say that is my husband or that is my wife? Yeah.
Amazing. While you're there choosing each other, just take us through your love journey. Dawn, when did you see Gatwiri? When did you actually first see him, right? Yeah.
Well, in most cases, there usually are his and hers version, yeah?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So I can say that our story began in 2014, 2015, right about there. We had mutual friends. We were in more or less mutual circles. And I think the very first time I saw her was in a wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is the same wedding. Maybe she saw me first, but around that period we attended, let's say, 2 weddings of our friends, common friends.
Oh.
Yes. And then we just clicked. Around that time I was looking for a Bible study to attend, because previously I was attending one which the season ended. So I felt there used to be a gap. So she invited me to have where she used to fellowship. They had a midweek service on Wednesdays. So she invited me and I started attending. And that's how we started speaking. But one thing stood out was our friendship. We just clicked.
Oh, you guys clicked.
We clicked. We were open with each other.
Yeah.
We were honest with each other. We were vulnerable with each other in ways that personally I'd never been vulnerable to anyone else.
Amazing.
And I believe the same thing. So we became friends fast.
Fast.
Yes, and then it blossomed.
Okay.
Yes.
Gatwiri, is that the same story?
It is, but the very, very first time I met Dawn was in 2014 at our mutual friend's wedding. I remember it was at Valley Road. Yes, it was in Valley Road. The first time I saw Dawn, I remember a buddy of mine, Becky, hi girl. So I was like, that guy is so hot. Oh my God, who is he? You get like, hey, he's so hot. I was like, hey, nani? No, like, first of all, to see a man in a fully nice suit, well tailored, well ironed, I was like, hey, uni nani. P.S. that time I was not saved. So my perception that time was very crooked. Let me be very sincere. I was not the straighter person you see right now at TMC. They love the Lord. I am Zataraba. Oh no, I was not that girl. I was I was the most. Anyway, I saw Dawn. I was like, this guy is hot. Who is he? So Becca's like, yeah, he's a good friend of mine. His name is Dawn. I was like, okay, cool. But what I viewed of him that time, it was not like, this is someone I'd settle with. No. I was just like, maybe vibe, see where it's gonna go, to a penye tender. So I saw him the first time, I was like, this guy is hot. Then we met again at a friend's wedding the same year. But honestly, he didn't cross my mind. I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, like going through like the years of our lives, we started hanging out with Dawn. The next thing I invited him to, because I used to fellowship at Parklands Baptist. So we were there, so he used to come for services and used to hang out a lot. The most funny thing, like, we used to vibe so much and it was weird. That was the interesting thing. Like, I've ever clicked with someone and you don't know why. Like, me and Dawn just clicked from the get-go. It was not hard for me to talk to him. It was not hard for me to tell him where I'm struggling. And that time, P.S. in 2015, I was in a relationship. And it was very public. So, oh, Jesus. So, I remember when I used to have issues in that relationship, I used to tell him. I used to find it being weird.
Bestie.
Yeah, bestie.
Hey.
No, okay? It was there, for real. Yeah, I used to tell Dawn everything when I'm bored, and even at times, which honestly, I won't say I need to be ashamed about it or feel sorry, but I used to feel I'd rather talk to him but not go straight on the relationship was in.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, I'd rather talk to him and not deal with what I was in. Because as the years went by and stuff, of course, you grow, but our friendship with Dawn was, there was something he was giving me that I was not getting. And it has nothing to do with sex, nothing. Like, he's just cool, calm, collected. It's him. Like, one thing I'll tell you as the principle I work with is, once I'm around someone I'm comfortable with, that's all I want. Yeah. These other things are added unto you, right? And even says in the scripture, Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom. All these other things are going to be added. So for Dawn, he was that. Like, I would come and talk to him about anything. And I mean anything. The good, the bad, the ugly, when I've messed up. Like, he knew everything. And funny thing, he's never judged me. Okay. So for me, that was already a tick in my head. But funny thing, I never saw myself settling down with him. Because I was like, it's my past. What I used to do, really hack that. Because me will come to a dunya, I don't see this, my God, don't.
All right.
Yeah.
So at what point when did you now realize this is a girl that I want to settle down with? And did you propose? How did that go? Did she say no? Did she struggle with it?
Right when our friendship started, there was a point she felt this could be, it could blossom into something else. Yeah. But I was not ready at that time. And I was honest with her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, she felt some type of way. But one thing I love about how she took it was she said, oh, okay, I'm okay, yes. Imeuma, but I value the friendship more. And that's what kept us going. That was still early in the friendship. Okay?
Wait. So my question is, what is it that made you feel you weren't ready yet?
At that time, yeah, I do not rush into things, and especially relationships. I take time. Nikusome, nikujue who you are all about. So that was why, one of the reasons why. And at that point in time, I was not so keen on how I have approached relationships over time. Is we become friends first. I don't, I don't target you the unataka. You get become friends, and then it flows, it blossoms. And but at that time was not Sikoa. And then again, I also knew that she was in a relationship around that time. Even when she has shared that she felt comfortable sharing, I used to feel weird. Like,
It shouldn't be.
you're in your person, speak to your person. Tunaweza ongea baadaye, you get. I used to feel
That's emotional
discomfort.
infidelity.
In a way, yes. And I didn't want to be the reason why that you guys are no longer together. If it happens down the line, mwachani, like sawa, you get. But personally, I really cherish the friendship because it was genuine. It was genuine. So fast forward to around 2019. That was before COVID.
Yeah.
So that's 2015, 16, 17.
Yes,
You guys dated for...
we were friends.
Friends from 2014
we were friends.
to
Yes.
2019. Yeah.
Let me even before you take us to 2019. 2019. At this particular time, Twiri is so comfortable sharing anything and everything with you.
Yeah.
On the other side, you are uncomfortable accommodating all these things. Is it coming from a jealous point of view, or is it like, I'm not the person who is supposed to be taking this? Number two, there's this aspect of, I have a bestie. This is my BFF. And my BFF, mostly, in the culture that we are in, mostly the people who end up now,
with the suspect.
The suspect, like suspect anafanya nini? Now they are the ones when you end up, you are now becoming the hunter. And you are taking advantage of the situations. I just want to understand because it is too tempting, too sweet. Like, you see this lady, so cute. She's bringing everything and
she's suffering.
Everything to you. She's suffering. You are her therapist.
Literally.
And at that particular time, you're not hunting. What's up, bro?
The discomfort was the period when she was still in a relationship. Okay. I felt that, okay, yes, we have a vibe, but there's somebody in the picture. You get, so I respected that.
Amazing.
And most of the situations where I felt uncomfortable was when we are talking and she's with the person. It's not even when she's free.
Alone.
You get when she's alone. You get, like, just as she has said, maybe she was bored, or maybe she's not feeling.
Did you say bored?
But you use those words.
You say you're bored.
You use those words. During those moments when she is the person, I even used to tell her, wait, spend time with the person tutaongea.
Amazing. That's cute.
Mahali.
Yeah,
those were the instances I used to feel the discomfort. Yes.
I love that.
So I'm just asking, that point you've not brought it out clearly. Was it because of the respect, or ilikuwa ambatana na some creeps of jealousy?
No, not jealousy at all.
Not jealousy.
I've always
purely your
respect.
Yes.
I don't tell me those things. I'm not supposed to
Yeah.
Go and sort it out with your man.
Well, interestingly, it was not even from a point of don't tell me these things, yeah. Because it was both ways. I used to share with her, you know, the most secret stuff that I could not have shared with anyone else, just because I was comfortable with her. Okay. It was not even a point coming from a point of jealousy. It was, I respect there's a relationship here. Whatever level it is, there's something here. That's what I respected at that time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why didn't you take advantage?
I waited for when the transition happened. Now that's when the opportunity happened. And yes, I made the most of it.
That's amazing. It's very rare to find men who will really show respect for women when they come with their issues and vulnerability. They will somehow just try to twist it towards their side and bring the girl. But getting to hear from his perspective where he respected what extent are we going with this, he respected what conversations we are having, and later on even asked her and encouraged her to continue with the relationship. Yeah, so it's really very important to admire that character from your side. But just really going back to what you were saying, so we'd really like to understand, Gatwiri, you broke up with your guy. So did you start falling in love before the breakup, after the breakup? Just take us through how you guys got to now fall in love with each other.
And Babe also, just to add to your point, was Gatwiri's guy at that particular time comfortable with this kind of a relationship?
Was he aware?
Was he aware that Don was existing?
Guys, I told you will tell who's the introvert and extrovert. I don't know why you say you're an introvert. I don't know why you say you're an introvert.
Yani skeleton one open. Skeleton two open. Kind of worms one.
It's fine, I see, guys.
So let me try to break it down a bit about my life. So I've grown up in a Christian home still till date. Okay? Hata kama niko na my husband, I've grown up. So me, I think I used to do things because everyone was doing it. Going out, drinking. I was not doing it because I wanted to. I was doing it so that I'm not left out. You get what I mean? And living in the living suburbs of where I used to stay, since I have lacked as a child. So when moving there, you want to also be cool, cool. I used to be there. When changes used to be changes, resoras, name it. I keep simulize miaka yangu kwa sitawaambia. So I used to go out those days. So I was not feeling any void. I was just doing it because it was a hype. Okay, I was not doing it because I have issues at home. My parents are separated. No. Actually, I came from a very good home. Actually, even say if someone will ask me right now to do me, I'll go back being a child because it was so easy. Think about responsibilities, all these things. Anyway, so I used to party, I think, straight after high school. I think the last gig I went was actually 2018 now when my relationship ended. And it's so funny because even I know this relationship is over, but it still hurts. You get what I mean? Because I was in that relationship almost for 4 years, right? 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, give and take. So 4 years, and now you see, for me, like it was that serious, you get.
Serious.
But deep down, for some reason, I was not settled. But I was like, just try, because like when you're going to get a good man who's going to love who you are, you get. But even when the relationship ended, I won't lie, it hurt, but also it was a self-relief for me. Because I knew I need to be with someone who won't judge my past. Because in that relationship, I was judged for the past, like the deeds I used to do, nikiwa kwa dunia. You get. So there was also that fear of, okay, so if there's insecurity now that you're in a relationship, it's not about marriage.
Exactly.
You get. So there was all these things that were going through my mind that I didn't share with him. But Don was still, now come to my heartbreak. Oh, Don was my pillow. Kulia, he's ready. The time we went to a restaurant, he was eating, he was just there like, akini medampiwa bro. But I was I was dumped. But for me, I find that being a blessing. Because now with that, I was like, you know what? I'm good. Like, fine, it's happened. So in 2018, I went back to uni. So my life is very interesting. Nilikula kwanza nilienda nikafanya kazi. Then I was like, okay, I need a degree. So I went back to uni. So I was in uni from 2017 to 2019. So in 2018, I remember I told God, in 2019, I just told God, listen, I know you've called me. Actually, it was in 2019, I told God, I know you've called me. Give me 8 months. Wacha nimalize. And once I am done with uni, do what you want to do. And that was now also the time I transitioned now to City Lighters. That's why I fellowship.
Okay.
So
before you get there, I want you to just tell us vitu za dunia ilikuwa nini? Like what was it? Is this where sex was involved? Is this where drinking?
Oh Lord.
What is
Hallelujah.
this? What is vitu za dunia?
vitu za dunia.
You're going deeper, yeah?
You're going deeper.
We are going deeper, guys.
That's what we are
Lakini si
recording.
ile ingine ile ya papa atufanye ile ya God papa no. Hapana, I reject, I refuse. Not sanctified. Okay, I used to drink. Not so much, but I used to drink. I used to smoke weed.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, I used to smoke weed. Yeah. I used to have locks, bro. Like,
Yeah, I remember you had locks.
yeah, I had locks.
Yeah.
I'm almost your rescue black.
Oh.
I had.
Donna Meviona.
Yeah, you have seen them. Yeah. There's a time I did a blonde and I did a very bright red. And that's when he noticed me now in the first wedding.
Oh, okay.
So I had a bright red. And that time I think I was just going through a phase. Najile too, like as I was saying, I was doing things because other people are doing it. I was doing it so I am not left out. I was doing it because other people are, FOMO, exactly. You know, and also let me be very honest and vulnerable. Why does it feel like it's a therapy session?
It's
Very interesting because you see the way like you hang out with girls. So kuna mabishto wow sawa, then you're the fat friend. So the fat friend was being used to get now through your other friends. So I used to be that girl.
Being used to get to the other friends.
Yeah, so I was the proxy of the fat friend now, since she's not the lookable one, now and her skinny cute friends, cute in the face, thin in the waist. So ndo mwanaume wanataka, but now no one was seeing my value, so wananiruka, so they would use me to get my friends.
I see.
So you get, so how would I? Exactly. Nipate namba beshte yako.
Alafu inaisha hivyo story.
So wewe ndio the unakaribia. So that's how I used to be the fat friend being used. Okay, so how do I channel that? Na ule kijana anakutumia umemkufia mbaya, hakuoni, you're nowhere bro, you're nowhere. And imagine, it's so funny because I knew mimi niko najua msi wa dunia. I knew that.
Oh, you knew deep
but
down
for
you
sure
knew.
I was like, I don't be that person. I'm turning 35 ati mimi ndo narudi kwa club. I was like, it can never be me, man. I was like, wacha nikule hii kitu ya dunia yenye wanasema, so that once niseme I'm following Jesus, let me do that. So it used to be that for me. I used to do it because of one FOMO and not believe, the fear of being left out. Now Pia also upbringing yangu, because where we used to live na tukahama. I mean, from where I used to stay now to live in the living suburbs of life. You're in an estate, it's bougie, it's, you're living with people's ministers, president of a foreign country, ambassadors in your estate. Unaona watoi, mipaka kuna time tulibeba na driver. I was like, wow, is this the life? Like, wasema na turobash, you're like, no, unasema bado unaishi living suburbs. You get, like, for me, I'll say I'm not lacked. So all these things, that's what I'm saying. It was just FOMO. Me, I used to go to, by the way, I used to love to dance. Oh my God.
And you still do.
And I still do. So me dancing, me kuna dance kwa club. Let me tell you, I never even used to drink. Let me tell you, I used to go to Katika. Hey! Ungelipata juu ya meza ya changes. Ungelipata kwa meza ya Resorance, Black Diamond. Oh yeah. Me I used to go. Hawajui, wanajua nini? What do they know? What release am MVP, man? What do you mean? Like, baby, nimekula life. Those days when Kiss 100 akina Modoni weekend those days, man. Mi nimeenda kinachago Latinis. Like, mi nimekula life. Me, the people that wanasema, you're going for a road trip. I'm like, yeah, road trip. Like, calm down, sit down. Like, I'm doing. Like, those are the days I used to have friends. Funny thing, I had one friend of mine, and he's still my friend. Funny thing, like, he's a home in Mbaya. He used to play rugby. I remember tulikuwa tuna make too interesting. Tuende Kisumu leo. We'd wake up at 5 to Kisumu. The next thing to Eldoret. Unajua kuna siku tulienda Mombasa bro na nilikuwa tuna travel na top pekee. Nilienda Nakumatt kutafuta top na you know what for us women. Yeah, you get. Like I used to be that girl. Like I never wanted to do these things when I'm old. I don't even make sense.
I hear you.
Like nataka ku wacha nifanye hizi vitu no. So parting for me was that. So like also like channeling off being used as that friend, because it used to happen to me a lot. If Kamala was like, you know what, if you want to go directly, you go to them personally. So that's the reason why I partied. Was sex involved? Yes, funny thing it was, but it made me feel so empty and used. So funny thing about it. And there's nothing as bad as enjoying it outside marriage. But there's nothing new under the sun, bruv. But there's nothing new under the sun.
Amazing.
I will tell you that for free.
Amazing.
Imagine wait. Let me tell you, hakuna.
Amazing.
There's nothing new under the sun. So did I enjoy it? Yes. Okay, having sex outside marriage, I didn't like it. I won't lie. It was not like, oh yeah.
Okay. Before because we want to talk more about the sex part. But Dawn, she's partying. For you, what was your life like?
Nimetulia. I've never been a party person.
Ever.
I've never drank. Me, I love my comfort. Usiku sijui nimeenda klabu. Naweza kula ngoma kwa nyumba. Like I can enjoy my own company, you know. And I don't need alcohol to do sijui gain courage, sijui And I always used to ask myself, okay, what's the benefit of alcohol? Inanisaidia na nini? In my family, my dad never touched alcohol. And I used to see, you know, when you used to go to shags, he used to tell me, uni classmate wangu, like, ay, usi anko yako? Because of how old, you know, that person looks like. They're supposed to be age mates, you know. I could see it with family who indulged in alcohol, just the effects. So I just said, I'll never touch alcohol. Okay. I've never been a party person. Okay, yes, I'll attend gigs here and there, but see club, you know, that's just too chaos for me. I mean, me ikifika masaa fulani, I want my bed. See, ati sijui saa 6, saa 7 uko. I've literally partied a countable times, and it was with good reason. Maybe one, I was DJing in that. I'm also a DJ. Maybe I was DJing in that event. Maybe it's somebody's evening party. But ikifika masaa fulani, mimi hiyo. So I've never been a party person. Kometulia tu. So that has been me up to now, and I can never change that. I love my comfort.
You love your comfort. I
love my space. I can literally, one thing about me is I can find creative ways of just keeping busy. Naka kwa nyumba wiki mzima na sitaboeka.
Amazing.
I have music, I have books, I have movies, I have the word, you get. So I'm not that one person who watu wako wapi? Mimi huyo amnaishia. Niko sawa.
Sorry to cut you short.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Let me ask you. Now, you are this person, chilled, reading your book, or enjoying your series somewhere. Then, at night, saa 8 ya usiku,
chaotic girl calling. Nikutia meza.
Nilitumia kwa marafiki.
Right. How was it?
Now, this anakupigia simu. Kama kupigia.
No, that never happened. Yes, that never happened.
Now,
akipiga sherehe yake, alikuwa anapiga sherehe yake na mimi niko tu maisha yangu. So wakati maybe tunaongea, whether it's a phone call or a text, no, that's when we are connecting, communicating. But after that,
piga sherehe zake. Piga sherehe yako polite.
That's never interesting.
Never.
But let me ask. Now, part of the therapy sessions that you are having with Gatwiri,
Session.
And paid therapy.
And paid free. I'll invoice you.
Don't worry.
You should
I will. Don't worry. See, I will settle. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Keep going.
Now, let me ask. At this particular point that Gatwiri amekuja and she's having a discussion with you or maybe about her relationship, about her life, because the way she mentioned, she was sharing anything and everything with you, and she felt so comfortable doing this with you. Were these stories popping up? Were they annoying to you? Like, you know, jana nilienda kwa club, I went for partying, you know, I partied there all night, and then this guy snubbed me, and I had a crush on this person. How are you handling all these things, this conversation? And at that particular time, you are also like trading carefully, because you say, I'm watching keenly, I just don't get into a relationship. You're so keen, and probably these things, you know, you've started developing a feeling for her. How are you handling that?
We were friends for a long time with no intention of the goal is be girlfriend, boyfriend. It was friendship, genuine friendship, okay? So even for this, I think the feelings came around 2018, 2019. So nasikia from 2014, tumekuwa marafiki, okay? And how the feelings came around, we used to spend a lot of time together, okay? Around 2019, the church that she joined, they had started a Bible study. And as much as I was attending the service, I wanted a Bible study, not a service. Okay?
Exactly.
Somewhere, a space where guys are studying the word. You know, a service, the focus will be kutakuwa na praise and worship, maombi, then kawad kidogo, 1 hour, 45 minutes. But with a Bible study, yes, they will be singing the prayer, but the bulk of the time is spending studying the word. So she invited me, actually, she used to invite me, but I'm like, another time. Because back then, I used to see like, hii ni kanisa ya celeb from outside. Because, you know, the caliber of guys who are attending this church, me used to be, hii kanisa ya celeb. And at that time, I was in a very reserved church, Mutarakara church. Okay? So I was like, nah. But, and then at that time, the church had transitioned to now the current venue, which is Nairobi Cinema. So the Bible study was sort of growing. So one day she just asked me out and like, come join, just get a feel of it. If you don't like it, well and good. Because there was a time nilifikisha kwa mlango, literally. They were still at Millennium. Nilifikisha kwa mlango, even met Pastor George. I said, come join us. I wanted to go home. Siku ati na shughuli. Nikamwambia pasi niko na shughuli, but niko sawa. Nilifikisha kwa mlango, akaingia. So in 2019, the Bible study starts. And I attended the first. I was like, okay, this is what I've been looking for. Because the one I used to be part of, Elisha, around 2014, sorry. From 2011 to around 2014, Bible study ends. So there was that gap. And I found it in now the City Letters Bible study. We used to talk a lot after Bible study. We used to walk together to the stage, because where I used to take maths and then it was just like meters apart. So before anapanda mat, used to talk. Hata ni vile bat zako zilikuwa zinaisha, we could even talk longer, but now mashida lipi Sabbath.
That's after the breakup.
No, the breakup has already
already happened.
Yes. And when the breakup happened, alisema mimi story na wanaume.
In 2018,
alikuwa amesema
with the breakup.
Breakup was in 2018
anaongea na huyu mwanaume, lakini wale
I didn't know.
So even that time we were just talking,
still friends.
And I think that spending a lot of time, I started feeling her. Okay. So we were talking, but your time amesema hataki wanaume. So me, I am very careful
with your words,
with how I approach it, because I know she's just transition from a breakup, and it was kind of painful.
Yeah.
Na amesema hataki wanaume, and then she's still in school, so she also wanted them to finish.
Yeah.
So I was giving her space to process all that, finish school.
Yeah.
So we're still friends. We're still
So
conversational.
it wasn't like a rebound that
No. We
Okay.
still bado tunaongea, but this time we're spending a lot of time. Because
together.
Tuesday there was prayers, Thursday there was Bible study. So after the two, tunaanga pale stage, tunaongea machache mengi. Kabla matatu zishe, nampandisha aende nyumbani.
Yeah.
So the time you guys would spend when she was still in the relationship was minimal. That's what you're saying.
I try to keep it minimal.
Yeah.
Yes, I try to keep it minimal
Amazing.
out of
That's
respect
intentional.
Yeah.
for, there's a relationship here. As much as maybe there are things happening in there, I do not want to be part of it. I don't want to be a reason. Mnavurugana juu yangu. I also love peace.
Yeah. It does.
Mi napenda, mi sijaipigana na mtu maisha yangu. I love peace. Na sikuwa nataka vurugu. I didn't want wanagombana juu yangu ama wameachana juu yangu. Kama wanaachana ikuwe ni reasons zingine ambazo mimi siko part of. You get?
Yeah.
So 2019, spending a lot of time together, talking. Sasa nikaanza kumfeel. Lakini ametoka relationship, hataki mambo ya wanaume. Of course nitajiwekea.
Yeah.
Nikajiwekea, nilimeza.
Kabisa.
Nilimeza.
Kabisa.
Then 2020 happened.
Yeah.
She graduated in 2019. Then she got a job opportunity outside the city. Na akaenda.
Oh boy.
Yes. So this was right before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a new place. She has never been there. So we used to talk a lot over the phone. I used to holler at her a lot. Hakuwa anaelewa kwa nini.
Really?
Yes, because sijamwambia.
Hujamwambia. So it's still the
Sijamwambia
friendship.
namfeel.
Very much so.
Yes, yeah, bado najua
the
huyu ni
friendship
boys
thing.
wangu.
Yeah.
But mimi naanza kufeel. And I think at that time I'd also not realized naanza kumfeel. You get. I think later on when we were just talking, ndio nikarealize, okay. Kuna vile namfeel, you get. So 2020 she's away. I used to check her out on a lot. And I used, around that time mimi nilikuwa gap year. I was just doing a lot of nothing. I used to go to my former campus, spend time on the internet, nafanya tu vitu vyangu, so I had a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I was just checking up on her, tunaongea nini yako anaelewa. Juu sijamwambia, ninamfeel.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Gatwiri, did you ever pick these signals? Like were you
Gatwiri.
keen enough or you are like, no, the same lane, keep left?
One rule with me, I don't do miracle signs and wonders. Ningekuwa enzi ya Old Testament. Ningeenda na ile moto Mungu anakusha Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't do miracle signs and wonders. Tell me.
Exactly.
I don't at mixed signals. I don't do that. Tell me. I like you. I don't like you. I don't do miracle signs and wonders. Niambie. Because you see now my parting life is from 2011 to 2014. So you see that's like 3 years. Because see the last, as I was saying, my last, I think, secular concert I went was 2018. Which I was just gonna fuck when I knew. But I went. So if you don't tell me, when unateseka si mimi. You get, so if you don't tell me, how will I know?
No, but you were liking him as well, no?
I liked him in 2015 now.
Okay.
Now, because we used to talk a lot.
Okay.
But now 2015, I liked him. Then he was like, well, siko rada. It hurt, and I actually told him, I'd rather have the friendship and lose the relationship.
Wait, so you're the one who verbalized and asked
Yes,
him out?
yes. No,
Yeah,
mi ndo nilisema, mi shoot my shot. Mnagombanga nini wezi dedi juna like you say, ama tukwenda hapana,
Just say it. What did you tell him?
I just told him like, well, we've been hanging out a lot. I can't remember because I mean it's like almost 10 years ago because it was in 2015. And I remember I just told him like, you know what, we've been hanging out a lot and honestly I have feelings for you. I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but honestly I had to be honest with him because I told him I have something to tell you, but I'm so scared to say that.
Okay.
Like, just say.
Sema.
I repeated that statement thrice. Then he's like, what's Emma too? I was like, yeah, I like you. I don't know why these feelings have developed, but I really, really like you. Hey,
Then you got a no.
Unasema nini? No. Kuna tu, there's a favorite song of mine. Sorry, it's not gospel, but inasema, can you please have a moment of silence? There was a moment of silence. My darlings. Hey, kulikuwa na silence.
For how long?
Hey. Na ni simu bro. Unapumua my friend. Hata hizi ingepita ungesikia ama huku. Hey, I was like, so how my mind was like, hey, Twiri, you couldn't close your mouth. Ungesema, because my fear was if I said that, my friendship with him could have been over.
Oh, that's
so that was my fear. And when he said no, I actually told him it hurts, but I'm happy that our friendship is more important than our relationship.
Amazing.
And I kid you not, Patty, that is when actually me and Don got closer.
Oh.
When he rejected me. It is just
Rejection
so funny.
is big.
Rejection is huge, but it's true. But friendship, and actually that's what made me and him more closer than anything else. Like, it never drifted us apart. It was not even weird when we met. Because the most funny thing he can't remember, we actually meeting the following day.
Oh. He can't remember. Don?
Maybe when he speaks about it, I'll remember.
Yeah.
We met the following day, and let me tell you, it's like we just after I know. Like, pick up where you left. That's what happened, man. Imagine.
Amazing.
How did you feel saying no? Like just rejecting someone. How easy was that for you?
You didn't feel it was going to hurt her or something?
It was not easy, but I was honest with her.
Yeah.
I didn't want to strain her.
Yeah.
Si nataka tu nimchoche nimwambie.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not the type of person that let's see where this goes.
No.
You have to define
I'm
the
intentional.
path.
Yes. I'm
You have to
intentional.
define the path where this thing is going, and then now you bring your partner.
Exactly. Hii mambo ya let's see where this goes. Wanaume tuachane na hiyo.
Guesswork, no.
Yeah.
This is 2025.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, Don, because now this is getting interesting.
Inawaka.
Kuna waka moto.
Yeah.
Now, at this particular time that you are saying no,
Yeah.
you haven't developed any feeling for her.
No.
You're just kind of a caregiver.
Wow.
Also, Don, were you dating during this
No,
season?
no.
Or you're also not dating at this point?
Interesting. Nilikuwa najaribu zinachapa. So hapo ndo nilikuwa. So najaribu
Inaanguka.
on to the next, najaribu, nilikuwa tu zinaanguka. You're being honest. That's why you're being honest.
Candid conversation.
Funny enough, seriously dating, she was the second person. She is the second person in my life.
Amazing. Oh,
Yes. Hizi zingine ilikuwa ni ile maybe naenda transition to boyfriend girlfriend. You get.
Oh yeah, because for you it's friendship first.
Yes.
I hear you.
Yes. Probably as we are friends, I get to maybe pick somebody I don't like about you.
All right, that's good.
I draw back.
Fair enough.
Yes.
You don't fix.
I don't.
You don't fix.
You don't
No.
fix. No.
Mungu ndo anafix.
Ooh.
Hiyo ni kazi ya Mungu.
Exactly. So now, Gatwiri, so he asks you out.
The best day of my life.
Babe, hata before uende kwa asking out.
Okay.
You know, there's something that Gatwiri said, that this ex, right? Of course, the ex.
Wow.
Amempeleka mpaka kwao. Like she was introduced to
Parents and all that.
parents
Yeah.
and all that. Because there's this thing that we are used to, like you go come cook chapati in my place, you have a stamp, unawacha socks moja hapo, mark territory,
Socks.
you know.
Yeah, to some
Has it had to be a socks?
Oh, no.
know.
Okay.
Don't pick up
you
conversation.
acha in a mark territory and all that. And now you walk out confidently saying, I'm accepted there. Or umejua mabeshi, umejua the parents, they call you darling, our wife, all those type of stuff. Because so many girls are going through all those scenarios, and they're like,
This is it.
this is my seat. What happened? Yes,
You're
this is
very
my space.
replaceable, bruv. Hey, Wena, you're very replaceable. You're
are you
replaceable.
replaced?
Let me say something that I am very boldly saying, and thank God I'm married, and I'm happily saying it, is that I'm grateful that it happened, because if it didn't, I wouldn't be settled in my marriage. Why? Because you may go to a place you're accepted, but I don't want to go that direction, but let me just say it kijuju. But after the breakup, oh Lord, the people I thought were my friends, they stopped talking to me. He's a witness. My best friend is witness because of the breakup. Because I think they had a perception about the story they were given. I don't know. Because I could see it, and let me tell you, I think that's what made it so painful. And that's the reason why I said I didn't want a relationship after that. Because after the breakup, it's like, also they broke up with you, the friends broke up with you.
Exactly.
And funny, till date, the people who don't talk to me, and they find it being hilarious. Because funny, we're in the same circle of friends. Okay, let me say acquaintances. There, let me put it like that, acquaintances. We're in the same circle of acquaintances. And I could see it. So when nilipelekwa huko, because where he's coming from, I was introduced now to the dad, because now the mom had passed. The mom passed kitambo, so he's been brought up by the dad and akona sibling. So when I was introduced, of course, there was that scare the first time, but I remember the words the dad told me, like, this is home, you're not supposed to be scared, you know, like, karibu nyumbani. And let me tell you, it was beautiful because there's nothing as beautiful as being accepted.
Exactly.
You know, you're not walking on eggshells when you're being introduced to the family of the person you're dating. So it was amazing, I won't lie, Patsy. But for some reason, my heart was never settled.
Oh, okay.
I was not settled. And I could not tell why until the breakup happened. And I'm happy, that's what I'm saying. If the breakup didn't happen, I wouldn't be settled in my marriage. And that's what I'm saying. That breakup for me was the biggest eye-opener that I needed to see. You know, at times, we think God does not want the best for you. You always think like God is late, God does not figure out. Bruh, first of all, he created you in his own image. So sit down. Tulia kwanza. Like, calm down. Okay? God created you first in his image. So you have his image in you. So you need to understand your royalty. You are his child. Right? So when God does not have the best intentions for you, let's start there. You think God does not figure it out. Oh, God is late. Look at Jonah. What happened to Jonah? Aliambia saide Mungu kazi. But imagine what happened to him 3 days.
Yeah.
Why? Disobedience, bruv. So why do you think that God does not want the best for you? Let's start there. Why do you think God is late? Who said? Because always say, if things are not working, go back to the last thing the Lord told you to do. Go back to that. Acha kuangalia. Go back to what God told you to do last.
Thing, yeah.
And that's why you see we talk about Jonah. That's why we always praise Abraham. But one question I think I'll ask God to siku ya rapture. I want to talk to Abraham and I want to ask him this question. What kept you going for all those years? Yes, you trusted God, but God gave you a child after how many years? And he still told you the child of promise to go sacrifice. But he still brought out a sacrifice. But how did you trust God? For all those years and taking your son to the mountain to sacrifice a child that you waited for. Na bado bibi yako alikusaidia kazi. If your Sarah helped God, you get what I mean? But Abraham still obeyed. So what am I trying to say is, acha kusaidia God kazi. At times, stop.
Exactly. Stop, guys. Stop.
Why I'm saying it is because many people are really mnajituma nje, bro. Mnajituma sana. Other than you just sit down and let God do it for you. And that's what I'm saying. If that breakup didn't happen, if it didn't honestly, and God literally showed me people's character, which hurt, Patsy, but I'm happy it did because I'm settled in where God ordained it for me. You get what I mean? And I pray now people understand that. Yes, I mean, we have shared our stories, but if you're not settled, Patsy, please don't settle.
There's just an inner feeling, there's intuition. You will always know.
Imagine I was never settled at all. And something even I've never told him is getting to hear for the first time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw it and I was like, nah, I think this is for me to, deal with it. You get what I mean? Like,
Amazing.
Deal with it. So the fact that I was not settled, I'm happy now it made sense after the breakup.
Amazing.
So yeah.
Wow.
That's what happened.
So great. So now, that's amazing. Like, it's really important to really listen to your intuition and just go, move.
Yeah.
God will sort you out along the way.
Yeah.
So now he comes to you and tells you he wants to have something with you.
Oh, best day of my life. Best day of my life.
Really?
Best day
Tell
of
me
my
about
life.
it.
where is the rest of my life is cause, you know, now in 2020, I was working in Nanyuki. So it's a new town. For me, I was very excited. I was like, no one knows me. It's a clean slate for me. Let's do this.
New life.
But God had sent me there for an assignment. Sorry for another day, guys. So went there, did my work. Of course, it was refreshing and used to call me every day. So I used to ask myself, why is this dude calling me every day? Like,
What's your friends?
No, hey, okay, my best, me and my best friend don't talk daily. You get what I mean? But she's still my best. But to him, it was, hey, what?
Oh, the intensity increased.
I was like,
Yeah.
nee, you know, hey, gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. Hey,
Ni bro.
iko hapa tu, si kwa mountain hapa. So I was like, anyway. So COVID happened. It's like God really planned my life, because COVID happened. Nikachujwa job. Even I got your contract is over. It was so funny. I left. When I was reaching Nairobi, literally, nilifika tu hivi Nairobi, he came to see me with a sister, and I was like, hey, msi ako na bidii. Hey, yani utoke, ukuje. Why?
Bila train.
Amekam too. And he came with a sister. So like, I could tell the excitement of him seeing me, but in my head, so many things were going on. Okay, so many phone calls. So many, the excitement to see me. Anyway, I was excited to see him as well. So it was one-sided. It was also for me. So 2020, I actually nilimblast too. We were doing a video call and I was like, let me ask you a question. Do you like me that way you've been calling me consistently? Oh yeah, me was up from meaning to upper.
So you shot another shot for the second
nilimuuliza.
time.
Yeah, because party unapigiwa, unatafutwa. I was just like, so I was like, Abu Sema. Hata mimi nisikie. He was like, yeah, I've liked you for a long time. From when 2019, I was like, wow.
Really?
That was me. Okay, so
when I shot my shot, really?
In 2015 then, so I was like, but I was like, honestly, can I be honest? It felt so good. It was him and all me.
You got your power back.
Yes! I was so excited. Oh my god. I was so excited. I wish I can hug you guys, but I was so excited. I was like, yes! Feel how I was feeling, bro. And I was so happy it was him and all me. Yeah, babe, sorry, I love you. I was so excited. I was like,
so this is a video call?
Yeah. I told him, like, okay, sir, you've been calling me. Okay, so what's up? Like, do you like me? Hey, can you please have a moment of silence? It happened. I was like, got it. And he was like, yeah, I've actually liked it. Why love for 19? I was like, we used to hang out practically, like, literally, let's hang out with you almost every day. And I'm telling you, every day, get what I mean? So he told me, I was like, okay, cool. I was like, fine. I told him the feeling is mutual and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Nearly too. Of course, he was like, yeah. But I was like, let's do it. So we were talking so much in 2020. I'm telling you, we talk every day. The most funny thing, my mom used to say, hey, my mother, I love that woman. She was like, Turi, wanaume wataanza kukuja. Na wakianza kukuja, utaona one of them is going to propose to you.
Wow.
Let me tell you, I laughed like Sarah. Acha kusema wow.
Oh.
Me, I laughed
That's
like Sarah.
before the proposal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me used to laugh like Sarah. And let me tell you, he was not the only candidate. The other guy started coming back. Oh, yeah. And he knew anyway. See, it was me. He knew, but me, my heart settled with him. Because kuna wengine tu ni counterfeit. I knew it for sure.
Right.
Let me tell you, the devil tries. But he could not try me because I was with Jesus mbaya. So that was 2020, and we were very solid about each other, and we were like exclusive, just both of us, and that was it. So the fact that my previous relationship was very public, I wanted now to have this for me and him.
Yeah.
Because also he's a very private person. And anyone I've ever seen, he's been in a relationship, CJ on America public. So I was like, how about I keep this for me and him? And I valued that about him because he's very laid back. Don is not, he has his moments, but I was like, let me keep this relationship very private for me and him. So when we used to go for prayers at Uhuru Park, that was now in February
Oh,
of
the morning
2021.
prayer.
Yeah, now we are back to 2021 because nakumbuka sasa hatungepatana mngeenda date. It was Botai did it. Yeah, we couldn't because it was 2020, so tunapatana wapi?
Oh, so your relationship was dry.
Kabisa. So 2021 we were like, yes, so we're meeting for Uhuru Park. Now he transitioned up to City Lighthouse in September 2020. Now at the time, now the government opened a bit, nini. So 2021 Uhuru Park. I remember it was raining that day, and it was 14th February. Imagine, I'll never forget. February. Yeah.
Okay.
I never saw it coming. This one was he actually alini.
Alikufanyia I know.
But for some reason, that morning, I was given a specific way of how to dress by God. Like God told me, Vivi. So I was like, God, got it. Now, my spiritual journey, I started growing in 2019. So it was, it's because I said yes. Yeah, I took off so fast that when I said yes to God, because God had called me Kitamu, but I was like, but when I said yes to Him in 2019, because I dedicated my life, because I said before, but well, you know, but now in 2019, when I said yes to God, let me tell you, nilikimbizwa, so I had no time to breathe. So now, back to now when He asked me, so 2021, for prayer, so we were like, he said he wants to see Pastor George. So I was like, hey.